All right, hello, part 2. There it is. All right, we should mention man of the match. I'm going to give it to DK and Potts, our new set, Mark. A $20 set from Darren Potter and
well, they don't have to tip the
Dan Kelly. Yeah, they're a chance. They're tipping around Melbourne, Victoria. So with the DK and Potts set, they've had a really good week last week. Probably about 4 weeks into it, and now well and truly in profit mode. $20 gets your tips on Wednesdays, Thursday, Fridays, Wednesdays through to Sundays, actually, isn't it? Yeah, so not Mondays and Tuesdays, whatever the case may be.
That's the weekend.
Yeah. So Wednesdays through to Sundays, 4 tips normally per meeting or thereabouts, and it's been really good. And Darren had, after a bit of a strip the week before on Saturday, he's had a winning day on Wednesday, really good winning night on Friday, and a solid winning day on Saturday. So the $20 service and the $10 services have been going really, really well. Mark's got one there, of course, for his stuff, which you get his A from B, C and D for all
6
of the...
winners at Wyong yesterday, and look at this, Glenn. Marked the last winner $3.80, and I only finished the race, so who won the 20 plus exemption.
Oh wow!
And I went into the dynamic odds. It's like quarter past $21. There it was. $21.
There you go. If you had to go
didn't start $21. Top flight stuff was $5.50 or something.
Well, the top flux, we only had the 3 bookies yesterday. There's nothing.
There's nothing going.
There's nothing they can do about it. The Pendle-Read the wire on Clark, and they're playing to an empty cinema, so they can't be aggressive in any way. You know, the fair's $5.50, $5.60, they're $4.20. You stand in the ring. I would have had 3 bets all day. Yeah, you can't get on. You don't want to bet. It's just so cancerous. It's so pox-ridden. You've got no volume. They can't do anything themselves. My provincial days could be over, Dale. I'm going to take up badminton or something.
Badminton?
Anyone else?
Is there a badminton club in Coogee, or?
I know, but if anyone out there plays badminton and one another player, I come.
You could have the shuttlecock of the week.
Tell us, isn't funny all this, man?
What is funny, Glenn, is driving Miss Macy video again this week.
Oh yeah, another one.
I left you at the petrol station.
I left him at the petrol station. Haven't you watched it? I got him to fill up too.
The grouse too, the grouse.
So he filled up the car, he went in to pay.
Well, I had a broken wrist, so it was all bandaged up. I broke my wrist, so he felt sorry for me. And then we was in there paying, I just went, what a fucking idiot. Took the bandage off and drove off. Driving Miss Macy, biggest show in the world. People love driving Miss Macy.
Bigger than a Puntersshow.
You never watched driving Miss Macy, do you?
I'm going to watch that one now.
We
Yeah.
got to get something in the back.
That's the funniest thing I've ever seen, when I gave him $20 telling you I always put in E10 and here's the golf shit and give you. I said, well, make sure you put the grouse in. I always get the high octane.
Just the grouse, mate. And look, while you're there, you might as well just fill her up.
And then I drove off and left him. He hasn't made the Rosal yet. I'll have to take him next week the whole way.
Probably
tough
not.
going.
Probably not.
I'm actually thinking, in my excitement levels, that driving Miss Macy with a car right off, like, do an 80 and just into a pole and all the bags going on. Fucking be enormous, TV, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be bad, would it? And then Miss Macy never made it. Sorry, Miss Macy.
Sorry. Yeah.
All on tape. Smoke and flames. Fuck, that'd be funny.
You fucking hate them.
Right, so you're now a stunt driver.
I'll be like, the point Amy's pulling me out, Miss Macy's dead, I go, make sure you get the camera. Don't worry, I'm still thinking about it.
Just before you put him on the trolley, can we just tape the camera on the trolley?
Can't we get the camera streaming back to, you know, like
all the way to the
hospital? Yeah, because they'll be working on him, and sorry we didn't make it.
Miss Macy.
Yeah, that tough call they got to ring his parents, and that's so sorry.
Yeah, Miss Macy's, and thanks so much to Amanda Hong Kong for calling it Miss Macy. It's driving Miss Macy. It's a great name.
That's came up with that, driving Miss Macy, yeah.
And it's got some legs. Everyone seems to be enjoying it, except me. As usual, I never enjoy anything.
Lovely. And of course, Fletch will be on tomorrow too, with the little wrap up of what's happening with it. I speak to Fletcher, Steve Fletcher, a friend of yours.
Dallas's weekly catch up with
Fletcher in his office?
Yeah.
There he is.
I tell you what, I struggled to recognise Bruce Springsteen in that photo.
Did you?
Have you seen the photo of Fletch?
We sent the email out last week, and there's Fletch with Bruce Springsteen.
With the boss. What did you say? The boss
with Bruce Springsteen.
But anyway, Fletcher's about a foot taller than him.
I think he's small. All people in Hollywood are small.
All people are,
Hollywood.
Well, you know, you know what I mean. Tom Cruise is this high.
Yeah.
That means all of the bar.
But anyway, he's also... What age is Bruce Springsteen now?
Oh,
you have to be 6
Tell you a story about Bruce Springsteen, not many people know, and I do know,
Yeah.
is that he retired, like I have 1,000 times too, but he retired from his band about 20 years ago. And the band had been going like 10 years. I don't know the exact details, but the band had been going 10 years, and what they all did was everyone got a good salary. You have the saxophonists, you got this, you do all the extras were always paid, and all the record sales and all the money. I suppose him being the boss, he was on the biggest money, because blah blah blah, but blah blah blah, and all this money channeled into an account, and all the expenses came out, and the money just went into the account. You can go to Bruce Springsteen, went into an account, and when they retired, there was like $28 million in his account, and there was 10 people in the band, including the boss, and everyone got 2.8 million.
That's pretty cool.
It's a nice story, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said, well, let's chop it up.
Yeah, perfect.
He didn't say, oh, give me 27 and everyone's got 100,000. The old boss said, oh, well, let's just chop it up.
And was it the Hill Street band? I think was it the Bruce Springsteen?
Hill Street.
Yeah, was it? I don't know. I might be
I
right.
don't know, they all got the same, which is a nice story. Yeah, it's a nice story.
Yeah, lovely. And just we got sport. If you want to have a bit on the sports, that's the sports products we got running through One to Follow have been going really well, or about to go really well. The AFL stuff starts this week. A lot of good response to it already from people snapping it up. The people behind it are very, very sharp and have got very, very good methodology about how they will turn profit over the AFL season. The Super 14 2 weeks ago went 7 from 7, so part of it. And there's the rugby league.
Interviews inside?
Yeah.
Because I mean, people like to know who they're dealing with.
Yeah, that's right. Well, all of them have got previews up on the side. They all read really well. When you read, I mean, I couldn't give a shit about sport. Like, I think Para came up to me at the races on Saturday. Naomi's there, and Para said, "Did you watch the footy last night?" And I looked at him and said, "Para, I'd rather have AIDS." And then he came back to me and said, "Oh, but did you watch it?"
It's getting hard. He's become a bit...
Naomi didn't know it. I said, no, you just don't understand. Anyway, so, yeah, but reading their stuff and looking at it, the insight they've got is really good. So if you want to have a bit on the footy or whatever, there it is. Sports products. More on the site. From Jared, I want Dallas, I want yourself and Glenn to stand up and applaud Mr. Lambourne whenever he... When every other person in Australia except the horses trainer dismissed capitalists is still a slip of chance, Mr. Lambourne found evidence to suggest the horses run that day was better than it looked and still on target. Great insight from a very smart racing man. Well done. From Jared.
That's nice. Good, Jared. That was a nice email.
Yep, you made the point that Chase, the position he was in Rome.
He was in the death.
Yep.
And everything else in the death at Randwick 3 weeks ago just
died.
Yeah, they died.
Lovely. David said, I hear you, this is talking to me, talk about Vince Accardi's recipe profiles and benchmarks. What is a benchmark? The word itself is self-explanatory, just the detail of how he arrives at the benchmark. Is it from a sample of every race run over that distance for a long period of time? Is it the best run ever over that distance? Is it the average run of horses over that distance in all classes and on all types of ground? Is it only for the class of race and horse? There are so many other scenarios. Mark, benchmark.
No, you have to answer this question.
Basically, yeah, it's not class based or whatever else, because I think if you put class factor into it, it takes away the purity of it. So it is basically average, I suppose.
It's a par, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's an average time, a par time, whatever it is. But the difference between what Vince does and what the overall thing is, it's broken down into sectionals. So overall, we can then give it a more real number based on what it has done early, late, and in the midsection. So every section of that race is broken down into a par. The easiest way that we do it is to the 800 metre point. So if it's a 2,000 metre race or a 1,200 metre race, that average is to the 800 metre point. Then 8 to 400 metres and then 400 metres home. So every one of those has got an overall average time, which is broken down into, and there gives you the overall time. But there isn't any points for class or whatever. It's just the raw time.
You would suggest that, based on the class of the race, they will be well above or well below.
Should be higher, exactly right. And also, what we do is it's all adjusted for, brought back to track conditions, wind assistance anyway. So that figure you get, which is a plus or minus lengths on average, is the figure that we've determined it should have been run on the day with, like in the 100 metre sprint when you've got a wind assistance or not. So, okay, there are many.
It's a nice number when you start saying +4, -3.
Yeah, +4 is
quite descriptive, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So, I think the best way, an average benchmark is probably midweek standard in City, and you'd like to think a 3 or 4 is what is a Saturday standard or above. But there's a lot of races on Saturday that are -3. So, what does it actually mean when a horse like Wings runs 8 lengths over the benchmark? That means she's gone 8 lengths faster than what the average time is for that distance. And that course and distance. Is that 8 points better than a horse like Sunline, for example, or 8 points better than average, which can include benchmark races? Yeah, 8 lengths better than average. So, and Sunline, I'm sure, was running figures higher than that. But what Winks did in the Cox Plate was about a plus 13 or 14 or something like that, which is phenomenal.
So people have had par times for a long time, but they haven't necessarily had breakdowns to inform that. That's right. That overall par time.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So it's finitely broken down to get the overall number, but yes, it is just a raw plus or minus lengths on average. But bringing it down to length too, rather than seconds, it gives it the reality as well of it as well too.
Straight away, you get it.
Yeah. Well, we don't say that horse won by 0.12 of a second, do we? No, you'll read back with
it's visual, you know. Like
I'm just having a correct way if I'm on it. That's all I'm doing.
All right, from Michael, gentlemen of the Puntersshow, and that even includes you, Glenn.
Oh, thanks, Michael. I'm a bit of a gentleman. I'm a gentleman.
I just wanted to send you all a big thank you for all the work you do. To refer to Mark's weekend wisdom from about a month ago, I was not someone who had been anointed to the mysteries of the turf as a youngster. I only attended the races once a year on Boxing Day to celebrate my old man's birthday.
What a nice way to go to the races.
And with my parents being casual racegoers, never really got to understand the eccentricities of form. I wanted to say thanks and let you know that I've learned so much about this great sport under the tutelage of your fine selves. My interest in racing and capacity as a punter has improved significantly, and I've even collected a notebook full of pearls that I use in my analysis pre and post race.
Pearls are popular, Mark.
Very good. Racing New South Wales and the ATC could take a leaf out of your book by helping reignite the interest of the general public in racing through greater transparency and improved understanding. Keep up the great work, and thank you again for introducing me to the game that has captivated your life.
Good on you, Michael.
Good on you, Michael.
We're getting some nice emails. Remember the beginning when he's running like, you blokes are fucking imbecile, and we read them out.
Speaking of which, PJ Payne, waste of time sending you in what I want to talk about. You treat us like dills shooting the show in crap locations. You got the loudest voice, that's me, and sit on top of the microphone.
There you go.
More like that, Glenn?
There's a bit of feedback.
Who's PJ Payne? Is that one of the Paynes?
No, I don't think it is, no. I don't know. Could be. Who knows?
Good on him, that's alright. Yeah.
And that's if you can hear what they're saying today.
Crap locations. I'll tell you, Cafe Martini, you're here up at whatever street this is.
It's got a lovely plastic roof.
King Street, it's alright. We shoot in crap locations.
Sitting under fiberglass.
That's what people love about this show.
Yeah, but they still like to go to hear it.
Yeah, it might be a bit trying today.
Alright.
Yeah, anyway. Nick is nominated Hong Kong Darren for Cock of the Week. Reached a new level with Nugent. And Nick actually also mentioned previously that the run of the day is clearly River Wild. Running in the guineas, then again in the last. Hashtag apparently. I gather from a few of Nick's tweets and a few of the rampages, Nick Meredith is very good actually. He's got a good insight.
You didn't read out Michael's thing from right on the top here.
Hi guys, I've been paying for your service for some time now. More recently the Flesh Files, where he sends out his best tips of the day. I was very surprised to see a tip on that service, which was for Flemington race 9 number 4 Coronation Chelan, and on Fletch Metro Melbourne. His text for that race was number 2 Tried and Tied, and his race confidence median. Can you explain this? It's pretty easy, isn't it? Like, you know, when you're doing different sets and you're doing different things, you're catering to different things. So whilst something might be on top, when you're thinking about it, it's on top in that context of it, but then it sort of changes.
Here's my number 1 pick.
Yes.
Here's the horse I'm going to play in the race because the number 1 pick is not really suiting me in terms of where it's sitting in the market.
Yeah, something like that. But then for that one, it probably works for that. Yeah. I mean, you know yourself, Glenn, when you were doing the previous show, what you were tipping on the previous show and what you were tipping in the mounting yard were 2 different things.
And then what I was backing was a third different. Like you just, things change.
Yeah.
The market changes and your position changes.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly right. So that's all it is. It's all, you know. And I would imagine from Fletcher's point of view, he would have backed both.
You've got to work out a way to get our stuff, whoever it is, and as we've always said, use it with your stuff. Your stuff's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Your final decision is your responsibility. If you want to buy something to help you come to a conclusion, do so. If you don't want to, that's okay too. Fuck, it's getting loud now.
Yeah, it is.
Going on.
It is.
Now I'm playing. We're off. Bit of jackhammer.
It's very loud, isn't it? Oh,
You're not going to hear us.
no, I don't think so. Look, we might just take a break and come back with the last section anyway, because it's not much more talking. Nobody can hear us.